Here we have Jessica Rice snatching 75 pounds, just doing some technique work. Looking at her setup, you can see back angle is really good. Posterior is loaded, and one of the things that Jessica does an excellent job of is she gets that shoulder out in front of that bar. So she's already covered the bar, posterior is loaded, and she's ready to go. One of the things that Jessica does really well is the first pull in general, but you'll watch as she breaks up, you'll see this bar track back and into her body. It's an excellent first pull from the floor to her knee, and you can see right here that bar start to scoop back away from that line. Excellent. Get to her get to the top of her knee. First pull wise, she couldn't have done it better. You can see she's covered the bar, way over the bar is back. She's scooping it back and into her hips. Really good job. From this position, you'll see her rotate into that power position, and she gets almost up and down before she hits extension. We'd like to see her just a little bit more upright before she hits extension, but this is still a nice position. You'll see right here she's starting to rotate forward onto the balls of her feet. It may be just a touch early, but it's nothing that I would correct. I think she's loaded up in a nice position there. Here you'll see her hit extension. Right there is about as extended as she gets. And it's pretty good. We'd like to see her just a hair more extended. Jessica has a tendency to cut this extension just a bit short. We'd like to see those hips on, up, and maybe her tracking just a hair back from that line, but overall it's still a really good position. You'll see her explode up. She's working on that donkey kick. She's doing a much more effective job of it, and you'll see this catch and right here where she's received that bar, it's really high. She's clearly received it in a power position. She's rock solid right above her head. If she would have gone ahead and stood up with this, it would have been a perfect power snatch, but instead she rides it down, and this is where Jessica starts to struggle a little bit. She loses that overhead position, and she starts to drive that bar too far back, and her butt gets too far back, and that bar gets too far back. You can see that bar is almost completely to her mid-back, which is just too far back. She's lost. You can see how far in front her head is. She's lost that overhead position, and now she's all the way back into the mid-back. If she could push this bar forward up towards her ears and then drive that chest back and get that butt in closer to the line, she'd be in a lot more stable position. From here, she stands up with it. Again, it's a very light snatch. If we can improve that overhead position and get her more locked in, I think Jessica will be snatching 60K within a very short amount of time. Every other position is really good. We're going to work on that overhead position and get her up there as quickly as possible.